Hey VC, it's me Roger back with another video. I was really hoping that I would have my record to show you. I'm not sure what's going on. A little delay was good because we finally got the jackets printed and they're gorgeous. I can't wait to show you when it's all put together. I'm hoping this week, United's, slammed. I heard, that Jack White's record, Lazaretto, sold out its initial pressing of like 40,000 copies. And, it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, we got to get more Jack White records in the stores. If that wasn't contributing to the delay, who am I? I'm small fish. But it is happening. Don't worry, it's happening. It's finally coming together. Thank you for your patience. Cheers. Cheers to the VC. So I wanted to come on. It had been a while, so I got a stack of records to show, and that's what it's really all about. Seeing the records people are collecting, listening to, their collections are building. Anyway, in the background we're listening to this. This is the new album from ooio on Thrill Jockey. It's called Gamel. And as you can hear, they're using gamelan instruments and gamelan-like structures, and Yoshimi from the Boredoms. There's some psychedelic touches, very psychedelic. This is great. Double LP, a nice gatefold. Thrill Jockey, you never know. I think this might already be out of print, and yeah, really excellent stuff. I love the Boredoms. I don't have any of their vinyl, and this is my first ooio record. Sam's really into them. I need to check out their other stuff, although their earlier stuff on vinyl is pricey and hard to find. So if you're into this, I'd jump on this right away. So I was at the record store one day. Tuesdays, new release day, so I try to get there on Tuesdays. And one of my friends at Grimies was like, "Oh, you got to check this out." It's Dwayne Petrie and Corey Allen. The name of the album is The Seeker and the Healer. This is out on Students of Decay. Didn't know anything about these folks. I guess Petrie is a sort of minimalist composer based in Louisiana, and Corey Allen is kind of a sound artist. Plays this 49-string harp or something. Really cool. 2 long tracks. Side A is The Seeker and side B is The Healer. Apparently based on improvisations. So you have Dwayne Petrie on bowed guitar and piano, and Corey Allen on piano, harmonium, and 49-string drone harp. So kind of droney and kind of minimalist, but it goes places and sustains a mood in a really compelling way. Great stuff. I love having friends at the record store. Know my taste. This I picked up because I saw it at Grimies, and it came highly recommended from VCer Martin Noro. Don't think he makes videos, but he's a commenter, and I'm friends with him on Facebook. He was just raving about this. Knows I have a taste for metal. So this is the new Triptychon record. It's called Milana Kazmata. I guess this is on their own label, but licensed through Century Media. You know, for what it is, wasn't terribly expensive. And metal records tend to go out of print and become expensive. This has beautiful, thick gatefold and posters and nice vinyl. And, didn't know much about these guys. Tom Gabriel Warrior, founding member of Hellhammer and Celtic Frost. And this is his latest project. Heavy as hell. But with some female vocals sometimes that sort of leaven it, and very musical. You know, not like hitting you over the head with like technical fusion-y metal. It's not that kind of thing. It's more deliberate than that. I don't know. I dig it. It's pretty awesome. It has all this H.R. Geiger art. I guess this is maybe the last thing he worked on before he died. I don't know. Really cool. Recommend it if you're into the heavy stuff. Picked this up recently. This is Wolves in the Throne Room. Celestite. Just came out. Beautiful package. Again, beautiful gatefold. It's on clear vinyl. Andreas, Sonic Mainliner, showed this in his most recent video, and I was not super familiar with Wolves in the Throne Room, and I knew this was going to be kind of a step away from that. It's mostly all instrumental. I think it is all instrumental, very ambient, synthesizer based. And knowing that going into it, I quite liked it. Yeah, it's not like their earlier stuff, but I wish I had the album this is sort of based on, Celestial Levitations or something like that. I don't have that on vinyl. And, you know, when it came out in 2011, 2012, out of print, super expensive if you find it. So, you know, I kind of, it's not like I invest in records, because I don't. I open them, I listen to them, I love them. But metal records tend to at least hold their value. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this and, you know, enjoy it for what it is. Took a chance on this. I'd streamed some stuff and I liked the sound of it, and I'd read about this band for a while, and so this is their debut LP. I guess they'd done some digital self-release stuff before, but this is the debut LP from Mortals. So Brooklyn-based metal band. Started out more of a kind of a hardcore band. Interestingly, it's 3 women, and they rock the fuck out of this. So yes, I guess they started out kind of hardcore and then moved into sort of a blackened hardcore. I hear traces of even Mastodon kind of proggy elements. There's long instrumental passages that are yeah, this is great, heavy, but again, really musical. Nice gatefold. Again, this is on Relapse, did I say that? They've been putting out some good stuff. That's it for the new records. Can't seem to stay away from Grimies 2, where the pre-loved stuff is, so found some things there. I did make it across the river to East Nashville, went to the Groove and found a couple things. But yeah, not a lot here. And here we have Out There by Eric Dolphy. This is probably a 70s, 80s impression on Prestige Fantasy. Really like this record a lot, of Eric Dolphy's Prestige records. Has a really interesting ensemble with Eric Dolphy on alto sax, flute, B-flat, and bass clarinets. He didn't play B-flat clarinet a whole lot. Ron Carter on cello, George Duvivier on bass. I met George Duvivier at Don Elliott's studio once. And Roy Haynes on drums. So no piano, no harmonic instruments, but cello and bass together. Great. Super happy to have this on vinyl. Saw this and I might would have passed on this, except Anthony Braxton talks a lot about Warren Marsh, and Lee Konitz. Also, I'm not that familiar with, but this is kind of the record of the Warren Marsh Lee Konitz Quintet live at the Montmartre Club. It's on Storyville. There's some unfortunate sort of water damage on the bottom of the cover, but otherwise, you know, the vinyl is in really good shape. So this is kind of that Lee Konitz cool school, let's just come right out and say it, white jazz. And I can hear Warren Marsh's influence on Braxton as a player. And this is really enjoyable and very interesting, and gets accused of being cerebral, and maybe rightly so, you know. But yeah, there's all kinds of ways to approach this stuff. Super happy to have this. It was cheap because of the beat cover. Took kind of a chance on this because it looked interesting. Not sure if this is a reissue or not. This is the band's name is Freak, and the name of the album is Soul Mikasa. It's on Mainstream. Originally came out in 1973, but this looks too new to be from '73. I don't know. And they do that Soul Mikasa song, which is Manu Dibango, I think. And it's a very African sounding, you know, sort of big band with some singing on that first track. But I think they're LA session guys. Paul Humphrey plays percussion. He sounds familiar. Yeah, this is funky. Lots of analog synths. Cool breaks. I'm sure this has been sampled a lot. It didn't blow me away, but fun record. I found this at the Groove up in East Nashville, and I'd seen this around, but this was in really pretty decent condition. A little bit of dirt and ring wear. This is Pete Sinfield's one and only solo album, I believe. Still is the name of it. This is a British pressing on Manticore. Nice gatefold, but this is a matte finish, and this is like a tip-on glossy print as well as on the back here. So, you know, kind of hard to clean that stuff up, but the vinyl, really nice shape. Beautiful. You know, Pete Sinfield was in the first incarnation of King Crimson. Very florid, erudite lyricist and melodicist. And this is kind of all over the place musically. Classic prog, you know. What can I say? Super happy to have a British pressing of that. Found this there as well. I knew going into this that this was not going to be a great record, but I'm a fan of the player. This is Pete Barton's. Let's title this Scene 1 Earth. It has a nice spacey cover that's kind of marred by this tape. It was cheap. Pete Barton's was keyboardist in Camel for a long time. And this is from when 1987, so there's some digital keyboard sounds that are kind of dated. But musically, nice. I'm super happy to have this. You know, for like $3, why not? I haven't even listened to this yet, because I have to be in the right mood. Actually, these last two things I haven't even listened to yet, but I'll go ahead and show them. This is Tom Waits' Frank's Wild Years on Island from 1987. Also, one of the harder Tom Waits records to find. I collect them and have not seen this in years of looking, you know, in the wild. This is a beautiful copy. It's that grimy, so I paid a fair price for it. So yeah, this is, you know, the Mark Ribot era. I'm looking forward to this. My wife really likes Tom Waits, so maybe I'll put this on when she gets home. Super happy to have this. There's a couple of really hard to find ones that I don't have. but this plugs a major hole in my Tom Waits collection. And finally, I've talked about these guys before as I find them, and I haven't listened to this yet. I will at some point, but I gotta be in the right mood. And that's The Residents' Third Reich and Roll. Yeah. It's The Residents. This is not an original on Ralph. This is a reissue from 2012 on the Cryptic Corporation. So it's not real expensive. And it was sitting there and I thought, yeah, why not? Residents. But really. That's it. 15 minutes. Not bad, right? Before I go, I want to give a shout out to Rob Paneeks. Hey Rob. Rob lost his dad recently, and if you watch Rob's channel, he's been pretty open about what he's been going through, and I just want to say my deepest condolences. I know what it's like. Lost both my parents, and it's. The world continues to go on, but they're always in your heart. Anyway, Rob, I know you watch my channel, and you always leave the most thoughtful comments, not only on my channel, but on everybody in the BC. You're an amazing force for good, and I salute you. So yeah, take care, Rob. Take care, everybody. Hope you'll be back soon with news about